Craig Resnick coming to you from the 2022 ARC Advisory Group Orlando Forum. With me today is my special guest, Jerry Pritchard, who's from Bentley, Nevada, and you're the Global Strategy and Business Development Leader. How you doing today, Jerry?
Thank you for having me.
And welcome to the ARC Forum. I think it's your first time, so welcome and glad to have you.
Glad to be here.
You know, you just announced that you're having an investment in a multi-year commercial alliance and business health solution provider with a company called Augury. And what's the significance of this alliance and the value that it brings to Baker Hughes' existing and potential?
Bentley, Nevada has been known as the leader in asset protection and condition monitoring on high-speed critical rotating machines for the better part of 60 years now. And we're looking to expand and grow that footprint of condition monitoring onto more balance of plant pieces of equipment, and we're utilizing the most state-of-the-art techniques to do that. Augury provides a purpose-driven approach to AI that's very compatible with Bentley, Nevada's approach to condition monitoring.
Okay. Now, because how has Baker Hughes trying to provide its customers, with the tools to help them kind of justify their digital transformation investments, such as the ability to, to kind of measure the return on investment?
Yeah, when I combine our collaboration with Augury with the acquisition of Arms Reliability in April of last year, what Bentley, Nevada is going to do to provide more value and that return we're looking for is we're combining work processes with asset health to optimize those processes. And we believe it's a state-of-the-art approach, if you will, to combining those two things together.
Yeah. Would you actually begin to consider yourself an APM provider?
APM is a very broad definition. We're focusing on asset health and asset strategy and asset reliability as part of that APM umbrella, and we're integrating those things together. Work processes, asset health, maintenance optimization, that's what we view as APM in the context of Bentley, Nevada.
So what does, implementing integrated APM look like?
Integrated APM would be taking things that are providing a degree of value today, asset health, for example, maintenance optimization as example, work processes, standardization, and combining all of those together in one approach, in one integrated system.
Okay. Because, one of the things that's I'm curious about is how does it actually help, does the APM improve business outcomes?
Yep. So if you're trying to optimize the production or you're trying to optimize your maintenance costs, part of that is detecting failures in rotating equipment, for example, ahead of time. But detecting a failure is simply not enough. We need to be able to react and correct that failure, correct the root cause of that failure. And that's how you show the return in the return on investment.
Mm-hmm. One of the greatest effect of the solutions that have on your customers' digital transformation journey itself. And have these solutions really been able to help your customers kind of overcome a lot of their digital transformation journey challenges?
Digital transformations have struggled in large part because folks have approached that by deploying technology. Technology alone isn't going to provide a digital transformation. It's an enabler of a digital transformation. Changing the work processes and how people actually perform work, that's what makes a digital transformation stick, and that's what we're trying to achieve.
Yeah, because I know, I'm thinking in terms of what did your company do to provide with, say, solutions and products that kind of help them become more agile, and increase their operational resilience. Certainly a very, very key topic today. And kind of that ability, to be sustainable in spite of all the uncertainty that the pandemic has certainly has caused on the economy for the last 2.5 years.
Yeah, and that's exacerbated the graying of the workforce, right? I mean, the industry simply doesn't have the experts it did before, and it's going to need to rely on advanced techniques like AI, like optimization routines, in addition to making their current workers even more effective because they have fewer of them, fewer experienced workers.
Yeah, and certainly, of course, the challenge is you have experienced workers, non-experienced workers, but now they may not, even the experienced workers, when they could not get to the site itself, is giving them the technology so they could do their work remotely and have the necessary information brought to their disposal so they could make the same level of decisions and not be at a handicap, shall we say, of being away from the plant in a remote location as when they are, let's say, on site.
And that's the key to a digital transformation being successful,
Yeah.
right? The workers that are remaining, those experienced workers that are remaining, have to have confidence
Yep.
in the use of these tools, that they are providing the answers in the field so they don't have to be there in the field. And that involves the people.
Yep. And the great part about that is that also helps as you bring in the next generation of workers. It kind of gives them the incentive to want to get into a career, let's say, on the manufacturing and industrial side, because they're able to leverage a lot of the tools that at one time that they made of this, for example, they may be very comfortable using things like gaming technology, but how can they utilize some of those tools and some of the wearables to be able to effectively do their jobs from, from any location and be able to kind of take advantage of either a work at home or a hybrid type of work environment, which is some of the things that they're looking for.
Yeah, it's been a real transition, and we certainly see that in our industries. The new generation of plant operators and engineers, they don't want to be data analysts. They want to use the output
Right.
of that data. They don't want to be the ones to analyze it. They don't
Yep.
want to be the ones to use what that analysis allows them to do.
Right.
And that's a very different view of how technology enables the plant.
Yeah, and the beauty of this is the fact that these new workers, they're not going to necessarily going to want to learn the process aspect, but they want to be able to leverage the technology and be able to let data help them make the best decisions. So it's almost like looking at data like a single version of the truth that helps them make the best decisions going forward.
Yeah, they want to get quickly to answers. They want to analyze options on the answer as opposed to the exact mechanics of how that answer was derived. And that's certainly something we're seeing as well.
Yeah, well, that's great. And again, Jerry, thank you so much for coming. You picked a great year to come to your first ARC forum, and we hope to see you at many more of them, and look forward to seeing all the great successes that Bentley Nevada will have, both with the Augury relationship as well as with the APM style solutions.
Thank you very much for having me, Craig.
Thanks again, Jerry. And this is Craig Resnick coming to you from the 2022 ARC Advisory Group Orlando Forum. Thank you so much. Have a great day.